Yo, what's good? I'm Chris Marvell, founder of the Shift Society, where we don't just inspire you to grow, we engineer the mindset for your next level. And if you've ever said, I know I'm capable of more, but I don't know what's holding me back, I'm telling you right now, this is for you. This is for you. Because I'm about to show you why your mindset isn't changing. Even though you keep setting goals, listening to podcasts, doing all the right things, let's get into it, man. So, listen, I want to actually discuss this idea of the invisible mindset block. Like, what does that mean to have a block mentally, Chris? First off, most people aren't struggling with mindset. Let's keep it a whole hundred, right? Most people are not struggling with mindset. They're struggling with mindset identity conflict. Okay. Here's what I mean. Here you are, you're trying to install this new habit, but your identity, like the way you see yourself, isn't aligned with that habit yet. So here it is, you got the habit over here, and you know that the habit is a good thing, but it's like, yeah, I know I should be eating my fruits and vegetables, but I still kind of like all this cake and ice cream. So you already know what's good over here that you need to get into a better habit of. It's just that I'm not there yet, Chris. You ever heard somebody say that? I'm not there yet. I've heard people say that, like, Chris, I'm not there yet. And that might be true. And the truth is that you're really probably not there mentally that yet. Blah, 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 blah. All right. But the truth is you want to be disciplined. But in your head, you're still the person who procrastinates. You want to be confident. But internally, inside this person, you're still dragging around this old history of who you've been, your mistakes, and all of that. Only thing it really does is make you second guess yourself. And you can't outperform this identity that you've normalized. Like you think that you're ready to be a better person, but you haven't really acknowledged the person that you are, where you're stuck at. So I want to break this down. Your thoughts shape your beliefs. Your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your outcome. Let me say that again. Your thoughts shape your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your outcomes. But before any of that, your identity shapes what's possible. And the reason that most people get stuck in this loop is because you keep saying, I'll be confident when I lose weight. I'll feel worthy once I get the bag. I'll show up after I've stopped feeling like a fraud or an imposter. Nah, that's all a trap. It's conditional identity and it's a rigged system. And you don't become confident, you start acting confident. You don't wait to feel ready. Nah, you move and then readiness catches up to you. Then you start feeling ready. So, why aren't you doing that already? Simple. It's a simple reason because you're still holding on to an old agreement that you made with yourself or some agreement that your family made. Somewhere deep inside, you made peace with being stuck. You were okay with that bed. You were okay with the fact that you were stuck. All right. Now pause. If you've been circling the same growth goals for months or years and you haven't gotten it done, it's not because you're lazy. It's because you're loyal to a past version of yourself. You're more loyal to that. So here's the shift that you have to make. Literally, we call this the shift protocol inside the shift society, and it changes everything. All right. Y'all ready for this? I want you all to write this down. Write this down. Wherever you are, write it down. 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 All right. The S in the shift protocol is see the pattern. See the pattern. Okay. You want to make sure you're seeing the pattern. Track your points where you're stuck. What points are you stuck in? What is it? What makes you flinch? What makes you freeze? Or where do you begin to fake it? Like what is it? What points of your journey does that happen in? And then I want you to journal it. I want you to say it out loud and stop gaslighting yourself. Like you know whether or not you're doing the thing that you're doing, or you know what it is that's causing you to freeze. You know the thing that when I cross this path or this person, I end up faking it. We have to see the pattern before we can shift the pattern. All right. Then you want to honor your history. Honor your history. You didn't create these patterns out of nowhere. Nah, nah. Because these things, the truth is, these patterns helped sustain you. They protected you. They worked back then they worked back then. Right? And you listen, thank you pattern. You did your job. You did what you're supposed to do. You did your thing. But I got to let you go. I got to let you go, Mr. Pattern, because they don't serve me in this season. So they got to go. So I got to honor my history. I say, thank you, Pattern, for protecting me, for keeping me safe, for riding with me. But I can't move on and move forward if you keep riding with me. You got to go. All right. I've outgrown you. All right. The I in shift is interrupt the cycle. Interrupt the cycle. You need to add some friction to your old behaviors. You need to piss your old behaviors off. How do you do that? You delete some apps, you change some rooms, and you cut some triggers. You delete some apps, you change some rooms, and you cut some triggers. Those things that you keep clicking on that are bringing back some of those old memories, you got to let them go. If it's changing rooms, that means that maybe you're around some new people, some new friends, some new energy, whatever you got to do to make a difference in your life, you got to do it. And for those of you who know, I am triggered by that person. I'm triggered by that environment. I'm triggered by that behavior, that mood, that emotion. Let me make sure I cut that out too. You got to do what you got to do. All right. So now here's the thing, you have to allow an easiness into letting new behaviors in. All right. That means you got to prep ahead of time. You have to make sure that you are setting constant reminders for yourself. Nope, this is what we're doing this morning. This is what we're doing this evening. This is how we're letting in new behaviors. And you're going to get accountability. We're going to talk about that in a second, okay? Because I got something for you. I got a way for you to get the accountability that you need, baby. All right. So now, you want to do this next stage, which is F. 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 We already got the S. We got the H. We got the I. Here's F. Feel the future. Feel the future. I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay. And I want you to picture yourself, but I want you to picture yourself a year from now. A year from now, where am I? Right? Really think about, where am I? Who's around me? What do I feel? What do I smell? What am I wearing? Do I smell good? Am I driving good? Is my life better? Do I feel like I'm in a new season of my life? Right? Who needs to go? Who's in that space? What person is with me? Envision that. Really see yourself there. Right? And that is how you're going to overcome wherever you are. Okay. What does this person today, what did the person in the future have to stop tolerating in order to get there? Who did they have to stop tolerating? What did they have to stop tolerating? Okay. Close your eyes, feel the future, feel the future, feel it, really feel that future. All right. And then T, we want to train this muscle daily, train it daily. Your mindset is a muscle, it's a muscle, and it rewires every single day. And you got to affirm it out loud. Mind, me and you are going to rock together. Mind, it's me and you through the end. Mind, it is me and you until the end. I need you to be strong. I need you to be courageous, joyful, and happy. Mind, you are coming with me. And you're going to practice new thoughts every single day. And you're also going to celebrate some small wins like they're big ones, because they are. When you're celebrating small wins, trust me, what you're doing is you're telling yourself this means something to the big goal. So, yes, I'm trying to make $1 million this year, but if I made 50 today, that wasn't a million. But if I made 1,000 tomorrow, that wasn't a million. And if I made another 50, eventually, if I look up, I'm going to have actually reached the number, possibly, or gotten close. But I can't look at those small wins as if they're nothing, because it's a snowball effect. And you start with a small snowball and you keep rolling that thing. I'm from Cleveland, y'all. So listen, I know about the snow. And you keep rolling this thing, you keep rolling it. And next thing you know, you got something bigger than what you started. But you got to start. All right. And so now, I know that this isn't about becoming a whole new person. That's hard to do. I'm not here to make you a whole new person. Right. Whatever you get from this, it's about getting you back to where you've been. Right? And it's about getting you back before the fear, before the trauma, before the pressure, the expectations, all of that covered you up and made you become somebody that you don't even recognize. We're here to get back to that. Okay, so here's my challenge for you. I want you to find an outdated belief, and I want you to trace it and see how it shows up in your daily behavior. Like, figure out, where does it come from? And I want you to interrupt that thought and that pattern one time on purpose. Like, actually be very cognizant of, I'm interrupting this pattern on purpose. Okay. Then ask yourself, what would the focused, bold, unstoppable version of me do next? What would that person do next? Now that I know what this trigger is and I'm setting some intention behind it, what would the focused, bold version of me do next? And that's the shift. That's the real mindset work. And I promise you, it works when you work it. It works when you work it. So listen, thank y'all, man. I'm happy for y'all to be here. Listen, if this hit, I want you to drop a comment that says, I'm shifting today. Okay. If this hit, and if you want more of this, real strategies, real deep coaching in a community that actually cares about your growth, I want you to tap the link below in the description because we are going to connect with you in the Shift Society weekly training, mindset renewing, no fluff, no ego, just here to help you get better and become the person that you were meant to be. All right. So listen, I'm so happy that you're here. I'm Chris Marvell, and your next breakthrough is when you make a shift. Thank y'all for coming.